Hey, what is going on, everybody? Ali here, back again with another video for you guys today. I hope you guys are doing well in these crazy ass times, but this video isn't about that stuff. I want to be here to do reviews and just to converse with all of you on social media and such. And today's video is going to be a review about Somali in the Forest Spirit episode 11. That ending, oh bro, I cannot wait for the golem to decimate these people. And I feel like this is a prediction. Again, I don't read the manga or anything. A lot of people probably know more about this stuff, but when I see the golem like this and how he's just exuding emotions in this episode, like he even bought a little bracelet to give to Somali that is like the same type of bracelet that she made for him, and that whole thing, that was just the cutest thing. And something that really interested me was that Yabashira didn't even know that Somali was a human, but Shizuno did, and that was very interesting to me. I thought Yabashira was more keen than, well, I don't think he was more keen than Shizuno, but I thought that he was keen to where he would think that, and just his reasoning of like, hey, do you like my sweets, don't you? You like everything that you like the things that I make, right? And she's like, yes, I love them and such. And then he's like, that's more than enough reason to protect you and like to keep you safe. And like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And Somali throughout this whole episode was very scared and even horrified from what Auntie said. I don't care if, well, I do care, but about like what Auntie Rosa was saying at the end of the episode, in that like about the experiences that she witnessed and whatever. And for some reason, even though she went through these witnesses or witnessed these things happening to like her people, and then her telling us the story of what happened, like humans calling us grotesque and everything, but to us, the humans are the ones who are grotesque and everything. And the discrimination was like on another level, and it horrified me. And you see it on Somali's face; it horrified her and whatnot. But like, even though I know about what happened with the auntie and like her experiences of the situation, I still feel like she need to go. Like, for real. Like, she's so nice to Somali, and Somali's such a kind little girl, but she still she can't let go of the resentment and the discrimination that she felt, and that she was making like feeling that towards humans because of what humans did. See, like, every problem happens because of humans. Like, oh my gosh. On one hand, I want to feel angry about like the humans, like they're so stupid, they're a bunch of idiots. I'm not sorry for them like with dying and everything, but at the same time, I feel slightly sad for them. I feel slightly sad for all of the species in general, like humans, and then every other species that they consider grotesque or whatever. Like, I just feel bad about the entire situation. So she and the hunters are getting ready, because obviously she gave that map to the golem so she can trap them down there or something. Like, all the hunters are getting ready to like chop up Somali, and like just to hear that when you're like a kid, not even just a kid, but just a person in general, like people are gonna chop you up and take your liver or take your eyeballs and shit. I'm like, oh my gosh, like calm down. And then the auntie was like, I'll take the liver too, and whatnot, and like that whole situation was horrifying. But then what happened with the golem? Here's the thing I was gonna say in the beginning. What happened with the golem? Like, I think that when it comes to a golem experiencing all of these things, emotions, and circumstances and situations and things like that he's had on this journey with Somali, like he has these emotions now. He can't really express it through like his voice or speaking, but you know he's really feeling that stuff. And you saw it in the beginning of this episode with Yabashira and him when they were walking through the market, and then they saw like these outfits or whatever, and Yabashira thought he was looking at this cute outfit like the golem was looking at this cute outfit for Somali, but he was actually looking at this very like well put together piece of armor that he's like, oh my gosh, this is like the epitome of armors. Like he sounded like he was so excited and surprised and happy with that armor, because he's like, this is amazing. Like he loved it. How like I feel like we haven't seen that type of expression from the golem in the entire episode, because he looked so excited to see this armor. He's like, it's so well put together, it looks so good, it looks so clean, like it's the best armor, that like well put together armor I've ever seen and shit. Like that was hilarious. I loved it. And then he looks at Yabashira, and Yabashira looks at him and shit, and like it was just, that was like the cutest moment, because he wanted to get that armor for Somali so she can just be protected like all the time. And like him, he's so protected. He's so protective. He's such a parent and a father, and it's just the cutest thing. And then he got that little souvenir bracelet thing to give it to Somali, a pink one, and then she made that big one for him, and she's like, oh, we're matching, and then he's like, we are. And this episode really just really brought out like the actual emotions that we knew, or that we know that the golem has, but it's like expressed outward like a lot, with like the armor and the cute little outfit that she had, that was there, that they were thinking of getting her, and then like him getting that bracelet for her, and then her making the bracelet for him and stuff. And like it was just such a cute moment. And then all those hunters came and all that shit. And oh my gosh, it's something that I also when the golem, Somali, and Shizuno were in like the mining place. What scared me a lot last episode was the preview. The part in the preview where Shizuno was crying. Now, when I saw that, I thought that Shizuno saw something horrible and started crying. This episode, he was crying because the golem jumped off of the ravine to like get down all the way to the bottom so they can get away from the hunters, right? I thought he cried, Shizuno was crying in that preview last episode, was because something happened to somebody that would make him cry like that. Because I thought Yabashira died or something. I thought he was going to die. Granted, he might get severely injured next episode. Who knows? I don't know. He might actually even die next episode. I don't know. I genuinely hope he does not, because I love that dude. That dude he's my freaking boy. He bakes. I bake. I cook. I'm a chef. It's fantastic. I love it. So his character, I love his character. I also love Shizuno's character. But then after that, like Shizuno, Somali, and the golem get captured by the auntie. Again, she gotta go. I don't care about it. Like I feel a little care about her backstory, but at the same time, like he holding on to that discrimination for so long and everything. Like both sides are wrong. Humans discriminating against what they call the grotesque, but the other species is terrible. And the auntie, what she does, and the auntie and the species discriminating against the humans, it's understandable, to some degree, but at the same time, it's 110% not right to just discriminate like this little girl who's so nice and helpful and so cheerful and brings a bright sunshine to somebody's life. You want to kill her just because she's human. Both sides are completely wrong, but I slightly understand the species more than the humans, because the humans just instantly are like, oh my gosh, this person's different, kill them, boom, and they die. Like that shit's ridiculous. So that whole situation was very sad and everything, right? And then like the golem tried to use some of his power again, but then his arm exploded and he was about to pass out, and Somali was taken by the hunters. The hunters were gonna chop her up or something, and then the golem turns demon. Like his eye turns, first it's green to show life, I think, and then yellow is like when his power or like his energy's depleted or something. And then that red eye comes out of nowhere. His arm just blows up into like this giant monster looking thing. He looks like he's going to annihilate all of these creatures, like all of these people. Like these different species. He's gonna annihilate all of them, and then the auntie's gonna be there like, oh my gosh, we gotta get out of here. And they're all contemplating like, oh, what? Like when Yubasha was beating up that guy out in the snow, he's like, what's your big deal? I want, like, talking about like the human and stuff. And then Yubasha's like, why don't you just shut up and whatever, and knock him out. And like the whole situation was crazy. But at the end, it seems like she's gonna be a little scared just for the moment of what's gonna happen. And I think Somali is going to stop the golem from killing Auntie. I feel like that's gonna happen, and then the auntie, and then that Rosa is going to like be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop like trying to kill Somali or hunt or whatever like that, and that like she's gonna like change or something. I think that's gonna happen. And just to see the golem like that again, I think the emotions and such that transpired through the golem and everything, to the point where like it got to this point where he seemed like he's going to annihilate everybody for Somali. I think all of this stuff is going to keep him alive, because I think that golems die. This is a theory that I think golems like die and preserve the forest like for thousands of years or whatever. Every 1,000 years a golem passes. I think it is because they don't keep those type of emotions in themselves. Just like the golem said in the beginning, that like he hasn't felt like these emotions and such because golems don't need that. But then when he experienced all these emotions, I think something's gonna happen within him to where he's gonna change. Obviously the ending, he somewhat changed or whatever, like his appearance and everything. But like something's gonna change to where he's not gonna die after the 1,000th year or something, and he's gonna be living with Somali throughout like her life or something. I genuinely think that's gonna happen. I think emotions and stuff change golems, in that like maybe golems don't really experience that many emotions because they're not really around people at all. But then this golem is changing probably for the better, and that in turn changes a golem with all these emotions and stuff. So yeah, that ending was crazy. He looks like a nightmare for all those hunters. They're all, I pretty damn sure that all those hunters are gonna die, and then the auntie is gonna be there by herself, and she's not gonna die. I don't think she is gonna die. I genuinely think she does gotta go, but I'm not too sure if she's going to die unless she tries to kill Somali. Like when Somali stops the golem, and then she takes Somali and is about to kill her, and then the golem just like cuts her head off or kills her or something. That could happen too, but who knows? Next episode is going to be great and everything. But anyways, what did you guys think about this episode? Leave down in the comments your thoughts about this episode, your thoughts about what I said and everything, and leave a like if you did. Leave a like if you liked the episode. Leave a like if you liked anything I had to say. Leave a like if you like me and everything, right? So subscribe to this channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most important to everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later in the next video. Peace out, may the force be with you always, and plus ultra and latum, and I hope everybody is staying safe inside if you're quarantined or whatever. If like the state of emergency is on lockdown and such, if that happens, stay safe. That's all I'm asking. I'll be making a bunch of videos in the home. Stay tuned for that and everything. Anyways, peace out. See you guys later.